right, well, Cyclones take the ice. We're on the beat pad this morning. It's early. It's still dark outside. Time change really making it fun, I guess. Body says it's 6:30. Woke up at 4:30. Hold on, we'll do the math here. It's 7:30. Body thinks it's 6:30. Hour drive here. We had to be here at 6:30. So I left at 5:30. But 4:30 is what my body thought. So I'm a little delirious. I think that's right. 4:30. Markwell in net today. Gets the Miami Redhawks. We're going to reset after yesterday, me included. Try to ease up a bit, pump the brakes. A little brighter in here. Try to adjust everything out. You want a microphone? Well, the Kylers just walked in, as Cindy would call them, but I call them the Myers, but Cindy calls them the Kylers. But Kyler, Kelson, Jason, Kelly just walked in. Grabbed some donuts. I got donuts on either side of me right now, so if you're looking for a sweet treat from Jupiter Donuts that's not pistachio in flavor, they're right to my right and left, top of the stand, center ice. Coffee's in the concourse of pad A. I just refilled that. So. All right. Well, we'll start it out. Looks like starting line. Well, we'll go with Santosh, Owen, Weingarter, Simon, and Benji for your opening line of this game today. .734, puck draw. Cyclones wins it, but knocks it out into the offensive zone, and Miami gives a chase. Definitely a little bit different energy feel today to today's game coming in. Kids seem to be a little more pumped up. Santosh behind the net, looking to center. Out to Owen right off the bat. We'll go up 1-0. In 19 seconds into the game, we are on the board. Definitely a different game than yesterday. We got to win every period and win the game to stay in this tournament. And that's how we're going to have to do it. Good setup. Putting on the pressure, Miami. Trying to get it out of the zone. Pops back in. Goalie misplays it. Passes it up though to Miami. Miami's got a breakaway. Simon in the corner. Centering play to Clever. Clever couldn't get it quite past Markwell. On the far wall, a little pushing, a little shoving. former teammates. We'll get a half change. Weingarter stay out there. They get kicked up. Harmon's going to give chase. Go on in. Bill slapper with a whiffer. Excuse me, I had it off camera, my bad. Out to Harmon. Good save by Markwell. Defense is still a little shaky this morning. And this Poulter can't handle it at the blue line. It gets kicked back. To Trube, up to Canterbury. Canterbury up the line. Miami keeps it in. Shot deflected off Harmon. Fumbling behind the net. Markwell's got an eye on it. Harmon will bring it out. Nope, poke check. Failure. Up into the corner by 7 from Miami. Now, Grayson Francis off to the races. Tries to get it across. Gets squeezed out along the wall. Gets up to Trube. Trube looks. Going to skate it in. Canterbury's got it, giving number 78 pressure. Poulter there. Canterbury and Poulter along the far wall, giving the Miami players the business. Kicked out to the point. Harmon in. To the backhand of Grayson Francis. Then back out. Miami off to the races. James Mamek there to stop it. Kick back. Shot wide. Grayson's got it. Looking up ice, far wall. Canterbury's ahead of him. Gets a pass right off of his skate. Wasn't expecting it. Has his head looking forward. Wasn't ready for the pass. He was ready for it, tapped for it earlier, and I think Grayson just realized it and then passed it up after Benny stopped looking at him. Got to work together a little better. Finley on. Madeline on. Grayson still out there. James Mamek and Zach Carlson on D. Miami's got to bring it into the zone. Finley giving a swipe at it. Up to Madeline. Madeline along the far wall. Got room. She's going to skate it in. Still skating it in. Looks across. Centering pass to Ashton. Ashton gets tripped up. Backhands it back to Finley. Finley backhands it across to center, but hits the side of the net. Off to Ashton and 17. Clever to wide. Centering pass by Madeline. Intercepted by Clever. Kicked out into neutral ice. No icing. Waved off. Zach Carlson giving chase. Looks up ice. Through the corner. Up to Finley. Finley along the near wall. Up to Madeline. Madeline and Finley skating together like they're holding hands. Madeline gets a little more speed on it. Centers to Finley. Finley in. Nice stop by the goalie. A little shove by Simon. And now we got a breakaway. 34 on Madeline. Markwell on a breakaway. They'll even it up 1-1. Gonna have to earn it today, boys. Line change mistake there on the defense. Puck got kicked past Simon and back into the offensive zone, and our defense was caught flat-footed. Miami with puck control. Santos along the near wall, got room, looking. Backhand, forehand. Broken up by Miami. Miami's got it coming out of it into the neutral zone. It's kicked loose. Santos once again looks across the Weingard to Landon. Landon with a shot high. Near wall. Miami's trying to get it out of the zone. Owen gives him the business. Into our zone. Benji Andreae there. Tripped up. And we'll kick it up along the near wall. 11 touches it, so no icing. And it's going to run, fumble all the way back behind the Miami net. Santos there. Landon there. He's going to fumble around the side of on the outside wall into the neutral zone. And Harmon gives a little backhand. Kicks it in right to a Miami player in the offensive zone. Santos to Francis. Lines are a little mixed up right now. Grayson with the slapper clapper at the blue line gets deflected up in the air, but in his favor over to Canterbury behind him. Canterbury puts his hand up like, hey, you got to pass it in front of me, not behind me. Grayson, both Canterbury and Grayson. Grayson goes for to Poulter. Poulter, nice deflection, backhand. Goalie covers, no, loses it. Little Poulter with the slapper right at the back of the net. Grayson giving, looking, slow roller, and the goalie finally gets it covered for Miami. We'll get a line change. That's the hottest line we've seen today other than the opening goal. There was a lot of pressure being put on, but we need some fresh legs. Weren't out there very long. Just couldn't connect. And we're playing sea shanties. Great. It's about as bad as a cowbell during a hockey game. Miami brings it into the zone. Mamek there gets a little on the push from behind. Breaks up the play. Ashton up the far wall. Up to Madeline. Madeline can't handle it in the neutral zone. Back along the far wall. And then gets knocked back into Miami. Now Finley with it along the near wall. Centers it. Blindly centers it. Mamek steps up. Kicks it back in deep to the far corner. Miami's got it. Out to Mamek. Mamek goes under Mamek's stick. So they'll call out a wave the icing off as it hit Mamek's stick on the way by. Zach Carlson whiffs it behind the net. Miami backhands to centering. Madeline kicks it off. Back in the neutral zone to 11 for Miami. Cross ice. Madeline looks to break up the play. Lifts the stick. Loses an edge. Back to Miami. Finley breaks it up, but still into Miami's possession. The puck's bouncing in Miami's favor today. Up to Finley. Up to blindly into a pile of black and red, not a black and white. Red and white. Miami once again with possession. Cross into the zone. Benji gets chased, breaks up the play, goes over. The shot gets deflected and up and over Madeline. Puck bounces against the back of the net. Benji kicks it up the far wall. Out to Owen. Owen's giving chase. Owen's got putting the wheels on. He gets tripped up, loses an edge on the way in to try to get it. Santos there. Back in the near corner. And Miami's got it once again, and they're going to kick it off. With some ridiculous depth there by Markwell. Comes almost halfway between the net. Well, now we got something going on. Backhanded shot. Nice save by the Miami goalie. Off of Simon, bringing it into the zone on D, activating with a backhand right into the goalie's mitt. Miami wins the draw. Big clapper from Simon up to Canterbury. Canterbury couldn't handle it. Gets packed around the back of the net. Lift stick. That's a hit from behind. No call. Francis centers to no one. To Miami. Miami gets hold of it. Still keeping it in though. Miami's going to get it. And they're going to be off to the races. 34. The cross gets broken up. Shot wide. Harmon. Dancing. Moving. Not looking for a pass. Still not looking for a pass. This is how the season's gone all season for this kid. You're never going to score. You haven't yet. You won't do it ever. It's a team game, sir. Canterbury was right there ready for a pass. Harmon wasn't giving it. Right into the goalie's bit. He'll come off. The rest of the team looks frustrated with that. I would be too. No I in team. Clever, on the near wall. Shot, knocked down by Geneva and covered as Miami gives pressure. Tied up, 2:49 left in the period. We need to win this period, so we got to get on the board. Shot from the point, turn. Miami up to Madeline. Madeline across, gets it out in the neutral zone. And no ice. No, they do ice it. I guess the refs forget to put their arms up in Miami at this time of the day. Both of them had their hands in their pockets, but then pulled the whistle out to ice it. I wasn't quite sure if it was an icing or not. They'll drop the puck for a defensive zone draw. Win by... We won that draw, but didn't play on it. And Geneva will cover it. We'll get a reset on the far dot this time. 2:23 left in the first. Got to win it. Bassett takes the draw. Wins the draw, but knocks it back out to Miami at the point. 11. 11 kicks it across the 78 on the other point. And then Finley's there, giving chase. Trying to get it loose. Out to Madeline. Madeline's got room. Miami kicks it out. James activates. Can't fumbles the puck. It's still activated. Somebody's got to cover his defensive spot. Goes into the goalie, and the goalie covers. Whistle. As the whistle comes, Miami's took exception to it, but he was already had forward momentum. Finley did on that. I don't think it was purposely coming in. He just had forward momentum and was trying to slow up as the whistle blew as he ran into the goalie. When Miami kids tried to push him, Miami kids fell down. Finley's a big boy. That's a lot of meat to try to push down. Well, we'll start off with Owen, Santos, Landon. It's kicked out to Landon. Benji, shot. Deflected down by the goalie from Miami. It was around the net. 1:47 left in the period. We need to get on the board. We need these points. We're not playing hockey right now. We're playing by BTHL stupid point system. We need goal differential. Miami out to their point. Shot blocked by Landon. What a block. Knocked down by Benji, and they're going to give him a high sticking. They'll reset along the far dot for a defensive draw. 1:24. Are they forgetting to start the clock? I feel like I thought it was. Oh, we'll take it. We need all the time we can to get on the board. No line change. Backhand win. Owen wins the draw up to Landon. Landon will skate it out. Got some pressure. Throws the elbow. Drops the pass to Owen. Cross to Santos. Santos can't handle the pass. A little bit of a slow dribbler there. Hits on D to Simon. Simon kicks it in deep into the corner. Miami catches it. Falls down. Gets wrapped up along Owen's skate, but then deflects back to Miami. Miami's going to bring it out into the neutral zone and then bring it into our offensive zone as Benji's trying to, very close to getting a holding call. No call. Owen's got it. 48 seconds. Got to get this goal. Dump and turn. I think Owen went to dump, and the rest of the line said, "Okay, we'll dump. We'll let Santos do his thing up in the corner while we get a line change." Francis, Canterbury, True come on, along with Harmon to Canterbury. Canterbury wide, blind shot, but just wide. Harmon's along the far wall. 22 seconds. Back in our zone. Clever's got it. 17 with a backhanded shot. Knocked down by Geneva. Centering pass. Canterbury's there. Gets kicked out. Now we feel the pressure. 78. Knocked down. Bunch of Cyclone sticks get it tipped down. 3 seconds left. We're not going to get on the board like we need to. Clever gets it and buries it in the corner. So we'll end up tying here in this period. And that comes out to a 2-2 situation. So if you're keeping up with the points right now, coming into the game, we were at a Miami Redhawks have 8 points coming into the game. Louisville has 9. Columbus Flames are at 7. They'll play Louisville here after this game. That'll probably determine everything. Since we didn't win that period, we were in a must-win situation to be non-reliant on another game. So at this point, we'll be at right now we're at 5 points. and Miami's at 10 points. So I'll keep you updated with the point system, but I guarantee if we don't get on the board, this will be the last game of the season. Got to win periods, boys. We're dancing. I'm glad they're loosened up. And Nolan tried to do a back skate. Benny's all business. Grayson's all business. Poulter's all business. At least the forwards are in the zone. Francis takes the draw. Puck drop. Backhanded by Miami. Miami wins the draw. 11 kicks it up the near board. Past Harmon. Harmon wasn't ready for it. Backhand around the back of the net. Trube there. Kicked in past Trube. Harmon blindly up the wall, up to Poulter. Poulter calls, Canterbury calls for Poulter. Canterbury's got it. He still got it. Back, little jazzy. Tries to backhand it, gets hung up. Still got it in the zone. Grayson's going to activate. And that's going to be offsides on Trube. You got to step up one more step there, Nolan. Nolan fist bumps Miami. And they'll reset on the far dot. We're going to have to get some pressure on this. Once again, Miami wins the draw, but it goes out to Poulter. Poulter gets it, gets back in the neutral zone, falls at Grayson's feet. Grayson can't find it. Now he finds it. Now it's along the far wall. Trube, Nolan trying to get it in, or out of the zone, and gets it to Miami. Out of the zone, into the neutral zone. Canterbury there. Up to Harmon. Harmon's got it. He's going to do some fancy footwork. Guarantee he doesn't look for a pass, and he'll shoot wide. Canterbury there, giving pressure in the corner. Centering pass to Matt Poulter. He couldn't handle it on the backhand. Now Miami's got numbers, and they're going to run down the ice. Nolan up to Canterbury. Canterbury backhands it, gets wrapped up in the bottom of Miami's skates and loses the puck. True, up the far wall, into the neutral zone to 78. Miami broke it up. Poulter's got it. Poulter's gonna cut some lettuce. Acts like you're gonna take a shot. Backhanded blind pass. I'm not sure what you're thinking on a blind pass. Look where you're passing so we can make good passes right now. We need to get on the board. And we dump deep and we get a change as the big boys are all tired. Grayson's not, but the other two are. Well, the other four. I think Grayson's actually saying you got short shifted me on that one, coach. Mamek giving the business in the corner. Up to Poulter. I thought Poulter came off, but I guess he didn't. He's going to look up, looking for Finley, and takes a wide shot. I'm not sure why he didn't go for the pass. He must have been hanging out with Zaylen last night. Out to the blue line. Miami's got it on the far wall. Zach Carlson's all only one on D. Mamek catches up to the play. Madeline's there. Not watching the play. Now she does play. Luckily, the puck goes straight to Madeline. Madeline's off to the races. That should be a hooking call. No call. It's early. Their hands are cold. They're keeping them in their pocket, letting them play. Minor penalties, nothing major. Madeline in the slot, kicks it up wide. Back into the neutral zone with Miami. Miami's looking, brings it into the zone. Zach Carlson, Mamek stops it. Gets kicked back into the neutral zone. That'll be offsides. They do have whistles, believe it or not. And we'll get a reset. We'll get Simon, Benji, Owen, Santos, Weigardner, Landon. Owen will take the draw, gets clever. Drop. Owen wins the draw, goes behind into Miami's defense. Little push by Clever. Offsides. I guess they're going to consider that. I guess the puck must have came out of play because they're resetting it further into the zone. Owen wins again, but gets knocked right back into Miami's defense. They kick it wide. Clever, looking, centering pass. Up to Landon. Trying to get it out of the zone. Owen off to the races. Tripped up, no call. Santos don't care about it. He's going to bring it in. Crossover to Landon, a little bit in front of him. Landon goes in, tries to center it, gets intercepted by Miami. Miami's going to bring it out of the zone. Benji there. That's a good breakup by Benji. Andreae back into the corner. Offensive zone. Simon calling for something. I'm not sure what, but the puck does come to him. He's ready for it. High shot gets deflected up over the net. Landon tries to center. Miami's got possession, trying to get it out of their zone. Somebody's tapping the stick. Out to Owen, and I guess Owen backed up on D and that'll be offsides brought in by 78 from Miami. And we'll get a change. I believe that Owen was activated on, or when Simon activated off of defense, Owen fell back. I was wondering why he was sitting back there. I thought it was Mamick, but Mamick was on the bench. They're both in the 50s on their numbers, so my eyes aren't as good as they were. So Poulter, Grayson, Canterbury, Harmon, Trube on the ice, the big boys. Poulter, near wall, can't get it off his forehand. Does a really fancy little move there. Lifted stick by Canterbury, goes into the zone. Poulter, got to wait on Canterbury to get out of the zone. He's slow to get out. Got to move your feet. All right. Breakaway, deflected. Good stop, leg pad stop by Geneva. Out to Canterbury. Canterbury's got it. He's going to skate through. Looks up to Poulter. Poulter can't accept the pass, and it's going to go deep into the zone. Still catches up to it. Out centering. Miami read that book last week for that centering pass. Canterbury was all hung up. And Miami will bring it out of the zone once again. Now, whoever this is on Miami with the, I think number 3 or number 8 with the blonde hair, they have got to be tired. They've been up and down the ice a couple times now. Poulter, cross to Canterbury. Canterbury's way behind the play as it rolls into the, doesn't might make it to the line. Canterbury to Poulter. Miami reads back out in the neutral zone, back and forth playing, and Geneva's seen enough, so she's going to get a line change out of that. After 3 times up and down the ice, the big boys are definitely tired, so we got to bring in one more of our big boys. Finley, Madeline, Mamick, Zach Carlson, and why do oh, Payne. I couldn't find Payne. That's who was out there. I was looking for the 5th person. I was like, well, he's short. Payne skates it up to Mamick. Mamick trying to get it out of the zone. Up to Madeline. Madeline backhands it, misses it. Payne and Madeline once again holding hands going down the ice. Need to get loose. Madeline blindly backhands, passes it, and that goes into Miami. And now they're going to get all fired up at Finley. Finley in there just a hair late after the whistle. He's going to take the brunt of that. He's going to get a little talked to by the ref. Whistle was blown and he was already still once again forward momentum, but they get a little pushing and shoving. But like I said, you're not going to bother him. He'll take it like a champ. Kind of would like to see the Royal Rumble between Canterbury and Finley at some point. That'd be great. Kind of like seeing the Big Show and Andreae the Giant hit it. Payne, wide, couldn't get it off his backhand, and Miami goalie covers it on the outside of the net, and they'll reset. We will get a line change. Simon, Benji come on D. They'll keep the same offensive line out there. Up into the corner, Finley's got it, centers it up to Madeline. Madeline actually centered to Miami player. Big old slapper from Simon. Simon probably upset that hit somebody, and he's gonna have to skate down and try to get that back in order. I think that Geneva thought she had it covered with her legs. She just kind of sat there with it. got loose. She resets, goes up the wall. Ashton loses it. Simon's trying to get it. Ashton's trying to bat it against the Miami's skate. Gets kicked around the outside wall, up to Madeline. Madeline, Miami, gets tipped down by Ashton's stick, and the big man's got to go to the races now. He's got to be tired. I'm just tired of it, watching him skate up and down the aisle. That's a lot of skating for Finley so far. He's got to be breathing heavy, but Madeline's done. Finley's still just cruising, and they're going to get an offsides call. And now Finley will get a breather. I tell you what, if you watch Canterbury and Finley, them two big boys are good for about once up, once down, and then they got to pull. Santos went and gets it. That was a hooking, no call. Up to Weingart. Santos gets up, trying to find the puck. Up to True. True can't handle it. Up to Owen. Owen's doing something weird, can't get hold of it. He backhands it into the corner. Santos there. He's looking to center. Trying to get it. Stick's getting lifted. Weingarten there to help him. Santos looking up to Owen. Owen. And Miami gets it out. Oh, that comes out of the zone. Owen backhands it in as soon as we get onside, and goes back deep behind the Miami net. Miami kicks it up to the far wall, up to Harmon. Harmon back in, dumps it deep into Weingarten. Up along the far wall to Trube. Trube back in. Now we're playing some hockey. Best shift I've seen all day from our defense, playing the puck. Now we get a shot from the point wide from Trube. Wrister, no slappers. We've been warned. Owen, centers, Miami. Now it pops out past Harmon. Harmon's going to get chased. Turns it in the neutral zone. Stick lift. Dumps it back in deep. The tone in this building is just, the demeanor and everything's just calmed down, but we're playing great in this shift. It's the best defensive shift I've seen all game. All right, we got a call coming on Miami, so we'll go on the power play. I'm waiting to see what the call is. They'll call it roughing on Miami. So we'll get our first power play of the game. Let's see who they put out there on the power play line. They're going to put Canterbury, Payne, Francis, Mamek, Carlson. I'm okay with this. One big man, two speedsters, and Mamek, who's also got there's basically four kids out there with a lot of speed and one big man with the muscle. Hopefully we can use the muscle in this game and get past him. Pops out to Canterbury. Canterbury dumps deep. Back to Grayson. And Carlson way off the blue line, not to keep it in. You're out on the PK, Carlson. You were on the power play. Hold that blue line, son. Miami runs right into a brick wall named Canterbury. And what are they going to call it? They're saying Canterbury gave a high elbow. He just stood his ground. So I guess the power play's over on Canterbury's high elbow. The kid ran into him and pushed his elbow up. We can play the replay for him if they want. So power play's over. I'm not sure if that was, everybody's concerned about that play. That pops up, can't be gloved down by Geneva. 4-on-4 hockey for, well, I forgot it's only 1 minute penalties. Let's play hard. Let's throw those elbows. That's all it is. 34, shot. And Geneva, I don't think she had control of it, but Elkin was able to cover it up and hold it beneath her pads. I don't think she knew it was down there. She realized it was there and just held still till the whistle. Miami, out to Madeline. Madeline's got it in the neutral zone against 19 with Miami. She's going to bring it up the far wall. Turns and burns, but luck pops out to Miami. Cross to Miami's 34. 34 is going to bring it through the neutral zone and up the wall. Owen's all wrapped up, and that'll be an offsides, and they'll reset. So now we're on the PK for 20 seconds. As 73 is still thinking about his decisions to not keep his hands down. But like I said, I clearly looked at the kid ran into Benny, and Benny just kind of stood his ground, and when the kid ran into him, it lifted his arms up, so it gave the appearance of a high elbow. I don't know, whatever. Kind of a piss poor call in my opinion if you're going to call something. I actually didn't like the roughing call on Miami, to be truthful. Thought that was a little weak. I mean, what are we playing, soccer? Miami brings it in. Benny hits the bench. He's probably got an earful from Markwell for no reason. And kill's over. Shot in from Miami. Ping pong's up from Benji. Benji's just slapping at it, not really looking to get it. He gets it out of the zone to Madeline. Madeline looks over to Finley. Finley's rested up after the... That goes off of the helmet! Oh, what a shot! That's how you get on the board. Madeline with the shot. She looked at Finley, looked at the goalie, looked at Finley, and then shot and hit the goalie in the ear, and it popped in. So we'll go up 2-1 in the second with 1 minute 14 left. We need to hold this lead, boys and girls. Wow, that's good play right there. That was definitely a good play. Wish I had my GoPro set up behind the net, but just to look at that later. She shot it right off the ear. Grayson brings it in. Got a different line change here. True. That was all sides all day long there, Nolan. All sides. So different line out here. We got Francis with Santos and Landon. I guess Madeline scores a goal and she don't get to play no more. I'd have left her out there. She's starting to heat up. What do I know? I'm just some dad. Big old slapper from Truman just takes a kid's leg completely out. That might have been a 75-mile-an-hour slap shot right there. That's how you throw a slap shot, son. They'll take a break. That hurt. That's definitely going to leave a mark. Nolan's been told not to take any slap shots, but I like that he didn't listen. Not that I wanted this kid to get hurt, but she's up. Everybody's giving the stick taps. Nolan's kind of concerned at her well-being, which is good of Nolan, but and the Miami players are like, "Why'd you do that?" It's called hockey. The slapper from the blue line. 48.5 seconds left in the second. And Nolan that's what it's about. I'm sure he's going to get an earful from the coach on that one because he's not supposed to take slap shots. But I'm going to tell you right now, that was a good slap shot. Sorry. Pop past our defense, and with 40 seconds left, Geneva covers it up. She's seen enough of this defensive line. And they're going to leave him out there. Grayson wins the draw, but it goes at his feet, Poking around. Geneva covers 29.9. So they're going to bring Grayson out. Grayson's not seeing the puck too well. It came out his feet. He won the draw, but it went straight to Miami. They're going to pull Grayson and nope, they just pulled Grayson and replaced him with Owen. I think Owen may have a better draw percentage. I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up that much this season. That gets out. Nolan pops it up. Trying to get out of the zone. Let's just run the clock down. We're out in the neutral zone. Run the clock down. We need to win this period. We don't care about the score. Win the period, boys. Win the period. 17 seconds, 16 seconds. Back into the neutral zone. Hold it. Hold it. We need to win the period. Shot. Goal. That's not what we wanted. That was from the point. I don't think Geneva saw that shot, tied it up. What do you say? Let's fucking go! I got a feeling the Miami parents don't like me anymore. I guess I'll delete all their fucking pictures. Yell at me. All right, that'll end it 2-2. Another tied period. Good period by everybody. One of the parents turned and yelled at me. I don't know what that was about. So, tied up again. So, that's another period there. Go back to the score. We tied the last period. That was 2-2 and 2-2. That's 4 points. So Miami's up to 12 and we're up to 7. Now we're tied with Columbus Flames at this point. Canterbury kicks it in. Not deep. 34 with Miami takes it behind the net. Francis gives chase. Up to Trube. Trube to Canterbury. Intercepted by Miami. Grayson there. Slaps it. Miami's got it near wall. Going to bring it out. Trube's not looking at him. He's trying to catch up, get some speed. 34 wide. Off the blocker save. Harmon's got it. Kicks it up to a Miami player, up to Poulter. Poulter waiting on the blue line. Canterbury's got it. Canterbury just pops it blindly to no one. That was a mistake on his part. I'll give it to every kid, even my own, and Geneva will cover it. That wasn't the greatest shift right there. On that scored goal at the end of the last period, I would have to say that I would have got a defensive change. They were out there for too long. I don't know if I'd have left those kids out there that long. It was a good 40 seconds, 50 seconds left, and they'd already been out there since Madeline scored. So, anyhow, shot wide by Miami. Into the corner, out to Madeline. Madeline tries to kick it out. Can't get it, comes with Payne. Payne will skate it out. Looking. He's got room. Slapped away by Miami. Up to Mamek. Mamek repeated from yesterday. Hesitated on the backhand, pulling it back. Carlson up the wall, up to Finley. Finley to Ashton. Ashton's got room. He's skating with his head up, looking for a pass. Madeline wasn't even in the slot. I don't know why you just don't take the shot on that one. She slowed up, didn't get in position. Finley falls on a kid. Miami's got it. Looks up ice. Madeline gives a little stick, but no skate. At this point, the game has changed a bit. Mamek backhands into no-no land, but I think it might be on goal. And it is, so at least the backhand was deep enough. They'll get a change. We'll get Benji, Simon, Santos. Madeline looks towards the bench. Owen comes on. Santos got it in the neutral zone. That's a trip. We'll get the call, and we'll go on the power play. I think the Miami parents took exception to me congratulating Nolan on the slap shot. And I think, now that I think about it, the lady was saying that's a slap shot when they scored on it. Good. Gotta love hockey parents. Not as bad as baseball parents. Santos centering and pops out. Miami's able to pop it out for an icing. It's gonna make the distance as Simon gives chase, and he'll bring it all the way back down and reset in the offensive zone draw. And we're off the, still on the power play for another 46 seconds. Wins the draw. Santos back, tries to get it to the point, but Miami intercepts and they're gonna try to bring it out. We're not playing like we're on the power play at all. They're gonna call that offsides. I'm not sure if that was offsides or not. It was a little close, but. Gotta love the parents that loved me in Detroit for taking pictures of their kids and, you know, when they won the championship. Bethany, I know you're watching. Tell your parents on Team Chat, calm down. Or whatever chat thing. They don't like my commentary, which is fine. I don't really care. A lot of people don't. Even our own team doesn't like it. Simon, fumbling. Into a skate. Wide, Santos. 13 seconds on this power play. This power play is lasting forever, it feels like. Out to Riba. Slap shot deflected. Slap shot from Miami gets it out of the zone. Out to the neutral zone. Riba. Lining up. Wrister. Can't find the net. Power play's over. It's going to come down the girl that got hit with the slap shot's back in, so she's fine. Everybody calm down. She got hit in the back of the leg. No injuries. Up the far wall, Mammock's. You're going to call an icing. Owen's got, excuse me, that wasn't Mammock, that was Owen. Doesn't quite make it to the line. Landon's there. Canterbury comes in. Breaks up the play. Centers, backhand, loose, Landon, up to Canterbury. Canterbury can't get hold of it. Canterbury's got it now. He pops it out. His stick gets lifted. Gets past Trube. Trube missed that one by a mile, and Clever's gonna bring it in. Shoot high and wide, up the far wall. Grayson on the far wall, back into the neutral zone. Across to Canterbury. Canterbury intercepts the pass. Got to get onside. Coulter brings it in. Coulter's trying to get something loose. Tries to center. Grayson activates into the slot. A little too late. Deflected by Miami. Miami's going to dump deep. Canterbury moves in on the near wall. Up to Harmon. Harmon's up behind the net. Canterbury sneaks in. And shot. Covered by Geneva. Trude's trying to give them the business. Talking them out. He's basically saying, stay back. Stay back. And we'll get a line change because, like I said, the big boys have been down the ice. 1-2, third time's not the charm. And we'll reset with a new line. Zach Carlson, Mammock, Finley, Payne, Madeline. Miami wins the draw. Shot wide. Up the wall to Madeline. Madeline's got room. She's going to skate it out. Tries to pass it up to Finley. Finley gets wrapped up with some Miami players here from the bench. Use two hands like we're still playing 10U. Covered by the Miami goalie. Tied 2-2. 6:53 left in the game. Payne, Finley, Hayes, Carlson, Mammock. Cyclones win the draw. Pops out to Carlson. Carlson on the blue line. Does some fancy stick work. Loses the puck though. Miami breaks it up. Does her a backhanded poke check to Finley. Finley's got it. Loses it. Back to Ashton. Ashton's got it. He gets wrapped up. Finley will bring it in. Lots of black and red. Not a lot of black, red and white. Intercepted by Miami 11. Along the far wall, Mammock. fumbles it, gets knocked down. Madeline goes into the corner, centers it, tries to get it to Finley. Finley can't get a hold of it. Carlson's not able to keep it in. Offsides, and they'll reset. He could have tried to get back in position and just use the back of the stick, and it just slipped right into past the blue. I'm still getting eyeballs from the Miami parents. I don't really care. Not sure what their problems are today. That's a whiff by Andreae. Shot, covered, way out there on this. The depth is ridiculous. Being coached by the greatest goalie coach in the organization, you should know better than to have that much depth, but she's able to cover, look bigger than you are. Landon brings it in, loses it against Miami on the near wall. Ryba, nope, out to Benji. Benji can't handle it, up to Owen. Owen up to Landon. Landon's out there, shot, deflected. Canterbury there, goal! Canterbury on the rebound. That's what I'm talking about. That'll shut some people up. The Cyclones will go up on the Canterbury rebound goal. Be there ready for the rebound. 3-2, 5:23 left in the game. We've blown leads every period so far, so I don't expect any different now. Don't be mad at me, I'm just talking the way I feel. Gracie takes the draw, wins it, gets knocked back behind to Simon. Simon up to Francis. Francis tips it in. He's giving chase. He wants a little bit of the action as well. Looking at Canterbury. Canterbury can't handle it. Backhanded by Ryba. Lost into Miami's thing. Benji keeps it in. Up to Ryba. Back to Poulter. Poulter kicks it off the back of his skate. Kicks it in deep. Canterbury gives chase. He's there. Francis. Along the near wall. Miami's got it. Gonna bring it out of the zone. Up the near wall. Hits Simon. Simon's gonna bring it back in. And Canterbury was offsides as he backed in out of the, trying to pull it in behind him. So he'll come off. Nolan backhands it up into the neutral zone over Madeline's head. Madeline kicks it in. Ashton gets snubbed out to Finley. Finley's along the near wall. Kicks it, passes it to himself. He's trying to get it out of the zone. Tries to center. 78 with Miami catches that pass. Brings it out on the far wall. Madeline's trying to lift the stick, trying to keep it in the zone. Madeline gets hold of it. She's got the backhand. Backhanded shot into the goalie. Centering to Payne. Payne couldn't get a good shot on it. Still loose. The puck was loose the whole time, but they'll call it dead. And Nolan winds up like he's going to give a slapper clapper. And we'll get a line change. Owen, Santos, Landon, Carlson, Mamet, come on. I do agree with this. Get some fresh legs while we got it in our zone. Puck drop. Owen pops it up to a Miami player. Santos lifts the stick along in the corner. He's got it. Centers into 34 with Miami. 34 with Miami's bringing it along the far wall. Getting the business, trying to get snubbed out by Landon. Landon ends up with it. Back to Miami. They're in a little skirmish along it. 34 ends up with it. He looks up ice. Still trying to get it out of the zone. They get out of the zone and they're through the neutral zone. On the backhand, trying to drag it in. Mamet can't play. He don't play that. Quickly knocks it away. Still in our zone. Kicked out into the neutral zone. Santos gets it. He's going to bring it into the zone. Backhands. Looking for a centering pass, but double team there. 34 backhands out. Kicks off of Mamet's skate, and now Miami's going to go off to the races. Carlson there to poke check it away. Finally passes it up to Miami. Miami couldn't handle it. and gets back into the neutral zone. 3 minutes left in the game. 3-2 Cyclones. That's going to go all the way in to Carlson. Carlson's got it. He kicks it up along the far wall. He's going to catch his own pass and then kick it deep for an icing to get a change. A couple steps, we could have got a change without the icing where we could start on their zone. But maybe they'll learn that next year. Shot from Miami, blocked by Simon. Simon kicks it up over the heads to Poulter. Poulter's giving his best skating as possible. He can't catch up to it, gives a little slapper, gives a check, gets a push. Levin from Miami takes exception for good reason. And now Francis has got it. He's going to go around the world, pops it up to the far wall, tries to get it to Poulter. Poulter's tired at this point. He's been up and down. Canterbury's come off the bench. He's trying to get something going and is packing the neutral zone to Francis. Francis is trying to get it loose from Clever, his old teammate. Clever's going to bring it in. Double team. Geneva stick pals it back to the back. Somehow ends up back over here with Benny. Benny's going to bring it out of the zone. He's along the near wall. 78 gets across the line, dumps him, chases. Poulter's there. That's how we're supposed to dump and run. Tries to center. Miami gets hold of it, tries to get out of the zone. Ashton comes in, up to 56 with Miami, backhands it. Now we got no defense on the play. They lose control. Hartman's going to go all the way around the world again. Let's just waste our legs real late in the game. That's real smart. It's going to speed up and lose the puck again like usual at the blue line. Nolan's going to slapper clapper for an icing. I'm not sure why. Why are we icing the puck? I'm not sure. Canterbury comes off. We'll get Finley Ray, Hayes, Mamet, Carlson, Trube, and Hartman. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'd have left Mamet out there. Oh, we're going to call a timeout. Or no, excuse me. Miami calls a timeout, so we'll bring it in. So maybe our lines will change a little bit as the timeout's called. So it will be Mamet Carlson. Nope, they're bringing him back in. I don't know, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. You might have your line ready for this before. You should be thinking 3 steps ahead. The kids are just as confused now as what's going on as the coaches got them all confused. So 1:21 left in the third. I'm confused now. They're going to make us take a timeout if we take much longer. Okay, they're going to put, that's what I thought. It'll be Landon, Santos, Carlson, Mamet, and Owen. Owen will take the draw. 1:21 left. Got to keep it out of the back of our net, boys. Miami wins the draw, up to 74 with Miami at the point. Tries to kick it in, hits a body. Landon kicks it up on the far wall. Miami gets hold of it in the neutral zone. Landon's there. Landon's able to break up the play, and he's going to hold it against the wall. If I were you, I'd just hold it. 34, bringing it in. Deflected. Carlson up to the wall. Didn't get it out. 55 seconds. Owen battling in the corner. Clever centers. Shot deflected by Mamet. Huge save right there by Mamet. It does pop out, and that'll be an offsides. Talk about a save of the game. That was it right there, as Clever centered perfectly to, I think, 78 with Miami, and he wound up and had the shot. Mamet took it like a champ and broke that up. That was a goal for sure all day long. That was a game saver. Grayson wins the draw, and they'll go off sides with it. That'll shave off a few seconds. 38.4 left. Puck kind of drops and just sits there. Grayson loses an edge. 78 will bring it in. Big high shot over the goalie. She'll drop down, think about getting it, but not really in position. It gets kicked up along the far wall. 21 seconds. Miami's able to keep it in. Clever's there. Carlson, old teammates once again. Up the wall. And that does. Santos gets it kicked out. That should be enough to eat out the rest of the clock as the empty net from Miami is wide open. Up to Mamek. 1.2, and that shot, and that'll end it. That'll be a win. So we'll get the 4 points for the win, plus the 4 points. We'll get 8 points, plus the 3. We're at 11. We're not far ahead, but we are a little bit ahead. We need Columbus to kick the living crap out of the other team. Excuse me. Columbus not to. They really need just a bunch of ties, but we'll see what happens. They'll shake hands and I'll end the broadcast. Hopefully that's a little bit better for everyone than yesterday. We'll have to wait and see who's going to play. And with stick ponies being rode as Grayson comes off. Good game. Wish we would have played this team more often this season.